Hi all! Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. All right, you guys, here we go. Video number 3. We have a lot of updates to stories. We have your comments. We have some more stuff about the Balmoral snub. So let's just jump in and get there, shall we? Let's go. I want to start this morning. One of my subscribers sent me an email and said that they believed that the Harry and Meghan, the cold calls to these people that was done in May, according to Entertainment Tonight, and was not released until August, was filmed on the property. And they sent me these pictures of this little gazebo area. That still doesn't prove that that's their house, because we've already shown receipts that last year the house was sold. And the whole time they supposedly, I'm air quoting, quote unquote, lived there, the whole time that was going on, the house was up for rent for movies and music videos. So yeah. Okay. Next catch up. Next up, real catch up. When I saw these pictures with Harry's hair like that, I told you guys that I thought he had had a hair transplant. You could see a little bit of scabbing in that area behind his ear. That's where they usually take the hair and then they move it over to the top of the head to try to encourage hair growth. Now, I told you guys this, and then of course we all know that I was on Popcorn Planet the other day, Kinsey Schofield, and now a bunch of other people have come out confirming, sure enough, Harry has had hair transplant. Wonder whose idea that was. All right, moving on. Next up, let's look at some of the comments my subscribers put up. This subscriber pointed out under the rebranding video that if Harry and Meghan won't denounce their own fan base for their online trolling, then the rebranding is going to fail because a leopard doesn't change its spots. Now, this subscriber pointed out that his charity, and this is correct, also thanked the Sussex Squad by name. They are hypocritical liars, and I 100% agree with you. Angela Eats Music. This subscriber pointed out about the kids being called Prince and Princess. They're going to get bullied by other kids at school. I happen to 100% agree. Could you imagine how those kids are going to tease them? Beehive Journalist pointed out on the rebranding part 3 that it's all about censorship and nothing more. You are spot the heck on. That's exactly what it's all about. And finally, under the same group of videos, this subscriber pointed out that if Meghan Markle had a note from Catherine apologizing, she would have pulled it out by now, but she'd be waving it in people's faces. I agree. Moving on. Next, we're going to catch up on this picture. I told you it looked like Harry didn't get in the car. Well, first of all, thank you to Duchess of North Sussex for calling the restaurant and confirming this was not the night of Meghan's birthday. It was taken the night before. So, they could pick the pictures they wanted and Photoshop them. And a big thank you to Prince and Princess of Wales. They confirmed that Harry and Meghan did not get in the same car. Boom. Moving on. Now, I have a few other small updates for you. Yes, some more memes have come up. A few small other updates, and then we're going to jump into our royal news on this video number 1 for today. Here we go. First of all, thank you to the Meghan the Duchy of Pitstains. Yes, the dress looked somewhat familiar. Apparently, Princess Diana's dress is on auction. Wouldn't you know it? Oh my God. Lady B of Belize pointed out something interesting. Maybe this is why Meghan wasn't invited to the baby shower of Serena Williams. She refers back to a blind item that came out because of the past flirting. She's never invited to anything where Serena's husband is located. Could this be the problem? She literally flashed her V area at the man. All right, let's cover a few more updates on some stories. Now, we already know that Travelist did a bunch of advertising. They're trying to bring the company back up, but they put out announcements and they didn't mention Harry at all. And although he is still a founder and he zooms in on some calls, they're saying that now he literally is an afterthought of his own company. They will not use him in any of its marketing materials. They're not doing anything. And they're doing that because they realize what a hypocrite he is, that he's toxic, And anything that his name is attached to kind of backfires, and they're really trying to build the company. The company is not doing well. Now, again, another update. We're aware that Harry has multiple lawsuits going against multiple people, and they're saying that he's consumed by fighting a war from yesterday because he's not going to win. He's set to have a bunch of frustration. He's most certainly going to blame the monarchy and his family, and we've blamed everybody but himself. Don't forget, it wasn't his fault that he was a crappy teenager. It was the press who wrote him into that way, and he had to act away. And it wasn't his fault that he didn't bring the hacking claim. That was the firm's fault. On and on and on. People are like over it. Well, a blind item came out saying that he's probably more than likely not to just drop the rest of his claims because he's not going to win any of them. Well, let's see what happens. And one more quick update about the Beckham feud. Apparently, Meghan Markle wanted to get rid of Victoria Beckham and David because she was afraid she'd be upstaged by Posh Spice. Oh, yes. Absolutely, you would have been. All right, guys. Now, this is interesting. Here we go. We know, or it was reported, I should say, that there's going to be a Queen's death anniversary ceremony. And Harry and Meghan were not invited, and Andrew was. Okay, so first of all, why would you invite Harry and Meghan? I think inviting them just gives them the chance to snub everybody by saying, no, we're not coming. Number one. Number two, it gives them currency with the royal family again. I think the royal family are totally over them. So that's another reason why they probably didn't get invited. But number three, the Queen was Andrew's mother. Andrew has not written a book and slagged off the monarchy time and time and time again, like Harry and Meghan have. I mean, I don't understand. Every time they've been invited to anything, Harry and Meghan have said no. But then people are going to be upset if they weren't invited to something, even though the family knows that their answer is going to be no. I mean, that just makes no sense to me. Now, everybody should understand there is no official public event that's going to mark the first anniversary of Queen Elizabeth's passing away. King Charles, it's said, is going to be, quote, privately and quietly doing his own day of reflection. That's apparently what the Queen used to do. Multiple family members are going to be going in and out over the summer. I'm sure there will be something going on. But again, why would you invite Harry and Meghan to something like that when you know that every time they've been invited to anything, their answer is no. I mean, I get it, So, of course, GB News had something to say about this. It was a spot-on comment, so listen to this.
Duke and Duchess of Sussex, have been snubbed by King Charles by failing to receive an invite to the one-year memorial for our beloved late monarch Queen Elizabeth II at Balmoral next month. Gosh, it doesn't really feel like a year ago, does it, that? But anyway, despite being in Europe for the Invictus Games, reports have revealed that Harry and Meghan have not had any outreach from the royal family ahead of this gathering. But has the King made the right move in excluding them from the commemorations? I certainly think so, but joining me now is the legend himself. It's royal expert, royal guru. It's Charles Ray. Charles, thank you. I'll tell you why I think it's a good idea. Because it didn't give them the chance to say no. If you give them the chance to say no, you put the power in Winge and Gingy's hands, and they've had more than enough of that.
Well, absolutely. You wouldn't want Harry and Meghan anywhere near the family. I mean, he's had enough. I mean, he's a loving father. He's tried everything to get it all peaceful and everything else. It's not working. And I think that he's made the right decision to not invite them at all. And also, it is the Duchess of Sussex 42nd birthday today, and interestingly, not one member of the royal family has publicly wished her a happy birthday, which is in return for them not wishing Camilla a happy birthday. But let's get this right. This memorial, there is no actual memorial, Patrick. There is the anniversary on the 8th of September, and the palace already announced that the King is going to mark the day, which is also the day that he ascended to the throne, in private, quietly and privately. Now, other members of the royal family will be at Balmoral sometime throughout the summer, not necessarily on that day. and they will be spending time quietly and privately, in memory of the late Queen, which is something that she used to do throughout her reign at Sandringham when she had a period of quiet reflection on the anniversary of the death of her father, George VI, at Sandringham. So the fact that Harry and Meghan are coming over, they're going to Dusseldorf the day after for the Invictus Games, fantastic. They've done very well and all that sort of stuff. But they're not coming across to England or Scotland at all. And nobody wants them here.
No.
The family don't want them. We don't want them. Stay away.
So a lot of people are really praising King Charles for now showing some backbone against his son, for not inviting him. Because even though they're going to be in Europe, they have no intention of coming. There you go. They're saying that we know that King Charles has caved in certain areas and has not stood up for the royal family. It didn't play well for the public. It didn't play well for the royalists. He's given olive branch after olive branch to Harry and Meghan. And I think the UK public were getting sick of it. And so he has finally stepped up to the plate. Good for you, Charles. All right, you guys, I know that out of the 3 videos, that is a lot of information, but I would really like your comments. Obviously, I'm looking at them, so make them good. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell to be notified of future uploads. If you've already hit the button, double check, make sure you're still subscribed. For those of you who have donated to my coffee fund or through the thanks button, thank you so much. And don't forget to go into the description box to find links to my Twitter, my Getter, my Rumble, my email, and my physical address. And as always, you guys, have a great day.